All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for a couple of real people out there just like you, just like me. All right, this guy here, one of the better singers out there. If you like a great tenor, a guy who can hit any note he wants to, Jerome Mazza. This is his album called Outlaw Sun. Came out a few years back. Jerome and I do share one thing. We're both of Mediterranean heritage. He's got way more hair than I do, and a much better voice. He could sing for the band Kansas. You should check out this album, though, Outlaw Sun. You could stream it, you can buy it. And if you think about the band Kansas again, he could certainly be the lead singer for the band Kansas because he's just terrific. You know who else was also terrific, at least playing his guitar? Eddie Van Halen. And one of his most famous guitars just sold for $4 million. And I'm wondering, why isn't that guitar on display at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? It's like they're just selling off this guy's legacy. And I'm thinking this isn't the first time an Eddie Van Halen guitar has been sold out there. And this is a big deal these days, you know. The story of the guitar being sold is kind of interesting. The custom-made Kramer electric guitar the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame guitarist played in the video for the band's hit Hot for Teacher went up for auction earlier this month. And the winning bidder shelled out almost $4 million. The auction house had initially estimated the guitar to sell somewhere between $2 million and $3 million, but in the end it sold for $3,932,000. The guitar, which was designed for Eddie by Paul Unkert of Kramer Guitars, was one of the Rockers' main guitars from 1983 to 1984. In the Hot for Teacher video, he memorably shreds his solo while walking across desks in a library. Now, again, I guess when I see this, I'm like, okay, so again, here's a guy who still hasn't had a tribute, like a concert, just honoring his legacy. And his guitar is one of the most iconic guitars probably in rock history, just being sold off from one person to another. Why didn't, someone say, hey, maybe this belongs in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Yeah, I know, $4 million, that's a lot of money. If I could sell a guitar for $4 million, yeah, I get it. But it's just kind of odd to me that, hey, Jeff Beck is getting a tribute, right? And he deserves one. Eric Clapton is putting that together, and it's an all-star cast of great musicians that are going to be there. And you would think that Eddie Van Halen would have had something, anything. In fact, even Eddie Trunk lately has been talking about this again. We're both kind of incensed because we grew up with this guy, and from the late 70s onward, I mean, one of the most unique guitarists in music history. And some would say one of the best ever. I mean, you could, if you had an argument, you wanted to make an argument that he was the best and most innovative guitar player you've ever heard, I would listen to that argument and I would nod in agreement and say, yeah, it's a good opinion to have. I don't have, a dog in the hunt to say that, he's better than Eric Clapton or he's better than Jeff Beck. They all can be really good in their own unique way. And I think that's the way you celebrate the legacy of Eddie Van Halen. But the fact that they're selling off his guitar and there's no tribute and you can't go to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and see that guitar on display, it's just weird to me because that, again, the look of the guitar, some people I think call it like the Frankenstein guitar. That was another way you could describe it. I don't know why that is, but that red and white look to the guitar, sort of that crisscross pattern with, I'm pretty sure that's on various Van Halen compilation albums too, because it's such a unique and identifiable pattern, and everybody kind of recognizes that guitar, and it's now in the hands of a private citizen and not on display anywhere to be seen. So why do I care? Because I think this legacy of his, people would rather sell it than celebrate it. And that's all I got. So again, smacking around the CD here. It's Jerome Mazza, Outlaw Sun, baby. Check it out. Great music. Real music for real people, just like you and me. What does it sound like? It's progressive rock, and it's melodic. Does it sound like Kansas? Not necessarily. But if you like Kansas, you probably would dig Outlaw Sun by Jerome Mazza, who is a good guy. And you should check his music out in general, including Pinnacle Point. That's another band that Jerome Mazza is in. All right, people. I'm done with this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Patreon, $1 a month, $2 a month, YouTube memberships, and a lot of conversation over on Patreon about certain topics right now. So if you want to join in, you can help me out and support the channel. It's much appreciated. God bless, and I'll see you soon.